Alrighty, and we are live. So everybody, welcome back to our channel here in Elite Raceway. We are here with our Gnosis Division 2 group for the first race of the season. Oh, sorry, of the year. I'm jumping to next season already. In the comms booth, you have me, La Rodri, and with me for today, and what it seems like almost every week, we have Mini Tony. So Mini Tony, how you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. It's fun to be here. Yeah, it's I think like third, fourth race this season. I'm in the
Yep.
comms booth
You are
as a
officially
guest.
nah. At this point, you're our commentator. Yeah, you're officially our commentator. When you're available, of course. No pressure, no pressure.
No, no, of course.
I have the pressure to make sure these guys get their spotlight.
Yeah, yeah. You do most of the heavy lifting. I'm just here just to enjoy.
But yeah, we have a really good group. 18 drivers here today. Unfortunately, as we mentioned before, Hoven Raleigh isn't here today, and I think Bigfoot as well. So yeah, two drivers not here today. Darius Maestro as well, not here. Is currently on vacation, so we're definitely looking forward to seeing him next week. Back on the
Well, good
track.
for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's enjoying
yeah,
his holiday break. He already told
yeah.
me. Yeah, he's like I'm gonna be away for a month. I was like okay.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that Hogan Rowley is going to be missing this one because well, he reserved for Division One on
Mhm.
Monday, and he was looking really good. We're talking about this just before the stream. He was looking so fast in Vegas. If I'm not mistaken, I think he qualified like in the top, what, like, I think he qualified seventh. Yeah.
I was
So
just about to take a look at that.
yeah, so he
Hold on.
qualified seventh
Seventh, he did, yeah.
with a 1:31.7, which to me that's gonna be a time to beat.
Yeah, really good time.
If yeah,
And
I'll be
Otron,
surprised if somebody
let's
can
see.
improve on that today. But
Well,
um,
Otron has been surprising us. Division One, he
yeah,
put in a 132.3, so about a second slower than Hoven Rally. But we do know Otron uses that extra day to kind of, find out his setup, see what needs to be improved. And from what we've seen, yeah, he has found those improvements and doing phenomenal this season. We'll give him that.
yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah, he seems like he's getting away with it already. 70-point margin almost on
yep.
Infant Eater, who's second. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, looking at the standings, and I do think his team as well, the McLaren team, are actually doing quite well in the standings as well. So who's right behind them? I believe McLaren has 252 points, Alpine 183 points, so quite a comfortable gap. Like I said, unfortunately, DR's manager, who's an Alpine driver, not here today, so Escargo is going to be the lone wolf, having to hold the fort for the Alpine.
Yep.
But we do
That's
have, yeah, I was just about
Chevy
to say.
Wolves heading in the straight, this eternal straight that goes through the Las Vegas Strip into a tricky semi-chicane, hard-braking zone here. Takes nicely, just gets off the throttle there, flat out, and just kisses the wall.
Yeah, so it
And
looks like
let's see
he's
what
gonna be the
time he'll
first
be
one, yeah.
placing. Yep, it'll be a 32 point, well, 133.
Yeah, right on it.
Good first lap.
MJW follows right behind, 134.0. And we also have Hafernex. I do think his teammate Honey Tons is about to cross the line. And right behind his teammate for today,
Mm,
133. And our Manson out of nowhere, 132.8. So really good time for our Manson right there. I do think Atron is currently on an outlap. And from what I see from our weatherman Guardians, I do believe it's going to be a dry race. Looks like no rain touching Las Vegas this week from all the groups. Unfortunate as a spectator,
Fortunately,
but I gotta say fortunately for a driver.
yeah. So R. Manson, who also raced on Monday, is almost a second behind his best quality time. So that's probably going to be a banker lap. Still, placing top right now.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you said our Manson. What quality time did he put in
He did a
Division One?
1:31.9,
Oh, okay, so
so
plenty.
a
Yeah,
whole second.
he's just warming up the tires, it seems.
Yeah, yeah.
But we
The
do.
track does rubber in, and you end up having a lot more grip towards the end of the session.
Yep, indeed. We do have Atron,
So,
who's currently setting a lap. I did see that's yellow flags. That may be Escargo, who is off the track and possibly just letting all the drivers go through.
mhm.
Which turn 5, definitely an easy place to outbreak yourself. So as we mentioned before, for our viewers who are watching for the first time, this is a no assist division. So all these drivers relying on their own knowledge of the car and of the track. So no ABS, making sure they don't lock up. And
Otron took turn 12 really well just then. It was
yeah, I
beautiful.
was just keeping an eye on him, keeping on board with him. Yeah, Altron, a phenomenal driver. He's been with us for a couple of seasons. He started in Tier 2, was I think he was amongst the mid pack of that group. Then left, then came back to our Gnosis division, and yeah, stuck with our Gnosis division too. So has seen a lot of improvement by him. I will give him that. We do have him about to cross the line, and a 132.5, so 3/10 away from El Capitan, who's holding provisional pole.
Yep, and 2/10 from his best lap on Monday as well. So that is a very, very strong first lap. Assuming he can find maybe a couple more tenths, he's gonna be putting himself in a good position to start the race.
And so, from your experience on Monday in Division One, what I know you mentioned it on the Discord chat. What would be your advice to these guys?
I don't know. It's
They look up to you. I'll give you that.
I don't think I'm in any position to be giving
Nah.
advice. I'm no Game Boy, you know.
No, you know what Game Boy would say? There's nobody like him but him. He's
yeah. Yeah.
He'll say nobody's like him.
No, to me, like the advice that I took that helped me was kind of like prioritizing more the exits and some not trying to brake as late as you possibly can, because in most of these like hard braking corners, you can make up that time by if you brake a bit earlier, you can make up most of that time on exit. And so, but it's way safer and it's easier to be consistent if you're braking early. So that's kind of like what helped me. So I don't know if that's useful for anybody, but
You never know. Some of these drivers, they listen in and they apply what what they hear. I do see. It looks like Master Off has left the session. Let's see if I could get him back. There we go. All right. So we have a couple of drivers who have yet to put in a qualifying lap, but currently on a hot lap. So Escargo here finishing up in Sector 3, currently on the main straight. I do see Master Off has just joined into the session. Ooh, running a little bit deep Escargo, but still keeping on the track. And I do see that Honeyburger has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. I feel like Honeyburger is always unlucky for some reason.
Well, it's going to be a hero drive from him.
It's nice time for Escargo, 132.9.
Yeah.
And I think plenty of room for improvement considering he did go a little bit wide on that those couple last corners. But yeah, really good for Escargo, currently in 5th at the moment.
I believe we have Honeytons on a hot lap. Yeah, approaching turn 5. Turn 7 is my least favorite turn in the whole track. Going into the sphere.
And definitely going side by side. I think we mentioned this before. I've mentioned it with Game Boy too. It's not the greatest place to go for an overtake.
Yeah, but it's very easy to outbrake yourself there because you're turning while you're braking. So tricky. Takes turn 12 nicely. And I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the speed Kind of like see what wings he might be going for. Looks like probably a low downforce setup. I'm missing the apex just a little bit.
I do think he did improve though in Sector 2 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what he's able to put in, and nicely done. 132.9, a tenth off from our Manson. Looks like he's gonna give room to some of the drivers on the track.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that,
really strong lap.
oh, we do have El Capitan, who's currently holding provisional pole, who is on a hot lap at the moment. So we'll take a quick look
And he
at
is
him.
2/10 improvement in Sector 1. Riding that curb nicely.
So we'll definitely see who has a bit of the rest from the holiday off, huh? But from what I've seen, everybody's done pretty well. I think everybody kind of took it seriously on the practice.
Yeah, yeah. And Capitan is on a tidy lap. Taking a little bit of the slipstream off.
Do you think that's the Mercedes Master Off, possibly?
Might be. Oh.
A little bit deep right there.
That's unfortunate.
We'll see if how much. Yeah, we'll see how much time that cut off from him. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna back
That's
out
gonna
of
be
that.
yeah, that's gonna be costly. Yeah.
I do think we still have plenty of qualifying left. Yes, about 6 minutes
Yeah.
left. So yeah, it's definitely another opportunity to go out. But keeping an eye on Chevy Wolves, who's currently on a lap, and we do have Autron as well, who appears to have invalidated. So I'll switch back to Chevy. Looks like Master Off might be having a bit of connectivity issues, so I just see him leaving quite a few times. But oof, and then Chevy Wolf's doing the exact same thing that El Capitan did, running wide on the same corner, and looks like he's gonna have to back out of that. Let me see if I can send an invite back to Master Off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but they're going super late on the brakes in that last corner. You know, and if you can take like in the last left-hander of that complex completely flat out, you make up that time on the straight to the finish line.
Yeah, and just trying to see if Master Off needs another invite, but yes, I hope all the drivers are listening in on Mini Tony, as a few like to call you Mighty Tony.
Oh, mini Tony.
You're too humble.
We've got Chernobyl now in the final straight, I think, on a hot lap. No, going into the pits. Never mind.
So he does have his teammate though. I do think leader Liebag is currently on a lap. So Liebag, who always likes to host our practice sessions an hour before the race. So for those who are listening in and don't know, you could definitely join in on leader Liebag, get that extra practice before the race, and see if you need to tweak up anything. But yeah, looks like Master Off still not able to join in.
And I see that we have Kyle, Golden Wolf, and Fate on the YouTube chat.
Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm pretty sure majority of you have already subscribed, but make sure you like our videos.
These are the regulars.
The regulars, right?
Yeah.
We had a friend who was always like, "Oh, you guys get so many live chat comments, but only one like, one thumbs up. Why is that?" Oh man, look, that corner is catching quite a number of drivers. Literally, Mag a tad bit wide, but still think he's still going to be able to improve. And looks like he is. So leader lead bag 133.5, moves himself up to 13th.
And we've got MJW now on a fast lap. Driver who's had pretty good races recently, if I'm remembering correctly.
He has actually. So actually, yeah, you just reminded me. So big congratulations to MJW, who unfortunately Padron Paz having to step down due to the hour of the race. But that actually gives the spot to MJW. So MJ is actually a full-time seat now, a full-time driver for the Mercedes team. And yeah, as you mentioned, he has done a phenomenal job. He has.
Is this his first race as a full-time driver?
As a full-time driver, yes. So unfortunately,
Fantastic.
the points. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just saw that. Yeah. So.
That was super close to the wall.
Too close for comfort, right?
if he didn't touch it, that was a hair between his tires and the wall there.
Oh my god. So yeah, MJW is currently in 8th in the standings, has established himself in the top 10, 76 points for him. So yeah, even as a reserve driver, phenomenal performance. He's scored multiple points, and now he can score points for the team. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, MJW crossing the line and still puts himself in the top 5. Nicely done.
Very nicely. And he did miss that turn 12 apex as well. So there is more time there. Looks like that apex is lava today.
Yeah, I don't think
nobody wants to touch that. Yeah.
Altron about to cross the line puts in a 131.5, and I also saw that Escargo put himself in the second row, 132.2.
Yeah, we got Fate cheering his boy MJ.
Yeah, MJW has quite a few fans.
Saying he huge improvement, which is true, a whole second.
Some really close times between all these drivers. I think El Capitan has just started his.
Yeah, we've got Escargo, I think, on a hot lap trying to get past traffic. No.
Ooh, it looks like we have... Oh, man. Looks like we have a collision between Tafur and Chevy Wolf. So Tafur, I think, is the one who just received a 5-place grid penalty there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, definitely, oh, boy. You're going to have to hear about that afterwards. But yeah, looking back at El Capitan here, finishing up in Sector 2, actually up 3/10. So a purple second sector. Yeah, I don't think Altron. Yeah, it looks like Altron is not gonna have any time to do another one.
Really nice. El Cap, I think he's gonna be putting a really nice lap here.
Yeah, you're quite the fan of El Capitan, right? I'm pretty sure you're cheering him on. Oof,
there you go.
132.0, close, still improved by 2/10. And looks like we also had Hafernix, who managed to put himself in the second row. Ooh, it looks like MJW. Oh, looks like he crossed the line and what the heck is that? All right, look. Looks like Hafernix is gonna back out of that. Our Manson appears to have invalidated.
And looks like this is the grid.
Yeah, it's looking
nicely
like
done,
it.
Altron putting a monster lap. Especially compared to his time on Monday. He found 8/10, I think. No, wait. Yeah, 8/10.
8/10, right? I think he was in the 132s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Alrighty, but just...
Yeah, his lap today would have actually improved on what Hoban Rowley did on Monday, which was a ridiculously fast lap.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the Discord chat. Yeah, it looks like Tafur lost the car and was trying to get off the racing line, but unfortunately Chevy Wolves just showing up at the wrong moment there. Incidents happen. Hopefully those incidents don't take place in the race, but
Yeah,
you never know. Let me just send them a quick reminder. And would you actually like to go over the final grid?
absolutely. So in P1 we have Autron, Il Cap in second place, Escargo and Halfernix in the second row, Chevy Wolf, Infant Eater, MJW, Heavy Raises, Honeytons, and Fat Angel complete the top 10. And we've got R. Manson, Guardian, Leader Liebag in 13th, Kern Dog, Darfur, Chernobyl Clocks, and Master Off with Honeyburger at the back, having not put times on the board.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the like I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the third time Honeyburger gets disqualified for the same reason. I think he's too nice in the pit lane, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, the game being the game, nothing we can really do about that. But yeah, as we mentioned, from one of our drivers, Guardians, looks like it's gonna be a dry race. And I usually always ask our guests here any idea or expectations on the strategy. Speaking from your experience on the track.
Well, I think I mean it's definitely a one stopper, like medium to hards or hards to mediums. Um, I think it can be interesting if we see any safety cars,
Mhm.
any strategic varieties. Like of course, if you're pitting a little bit just before a safety car, that's always heartbreaking. Um, so maybe there's an argument to go hards first and hold off. But the undercut is pretty powerful here, especially if you can kind of tag yourself onto a DRS train like coming out of the pits.
Mhm.
Uh, it can be really strong. So yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
if I'm not mistaken, Division One had no safety car, right?
Division One had no safety
Had no safety car.
cars. Had a couple of incidents that was kind of surprised because we did have a DNFs, but
Oh,
I don't,
Mamoom. Mamoom
yeah.
whose wheel disconnected, he went straight into the wall.
Oh, we had Mahmoud
I felt
and
so gutted for him. Oh man.
Dismal, Hovind Rowley. There were a couple of the DNFs. But no virtual safety car, no safety car either.
Yeah, in Dismal's case, he spun unfortunately.
Yeah, I
Put too
saw
much
I saw
throttle,
that.
and just a reminder to all the drivers, there's walls everywhere. In Dismal's case, because of the walls, he got rear wing damage. So yeah, just try, as we mentioned in our latest announcement, try minimizing those incidences. Of course, not everything is due to reckless driving, but you know, be sensible, give each other the space. We don't want to see a pileup.
Yeah.
So please, for the admin's sake and for the stewards' sake, please keep that in mind.
Yeah, I do feel like the grip in Vegas is a little bit inconsistent. So it's kind of like if you're driving too close to the limit,
Mhm.
that might catch you out. The curves are sometimes they just spit you out in unpredictable ways. So yeah,
And we
I
know
feel like
a couple of those heavy braking zones, right? Like turn five, we already saw one incident. You missed that braking point, you go straight on the
yeah.
runoff. I think you had your own little incident by yourself, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a bit of a silly going into turn seven. I had R. Manson and Sayu, side by side ahead, and I don't know why I braked. I outbraked myself and ended up losing control, running Sayu out of the road. That's my bad.
Oh, I was actually just referring to the one where you went off on the runoff, but okay.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, that was.
Confessions over here.
I thought you were calling me out.
No, I'm not that
No,
mean.
yeah, no, that was turn
Oh
12.
my.
Turn 12 was bad. Yeah.
He's giving away all his
Oh,
secrets. All right, well, they do have they're ready up to start the race. So that's just a reminder to the drivers and our viewers. We don't have formation lap on, so they will be going straight into the race. And looks like yeah, so lights are. I don't hear the starting lights, but 5 lights and off they go. And looks like El Capitan actually has a really good run. Actually, no, looks like the Altron remains ahead. I do see a little bit of
And some
contact behind.
contact
And oh boy, we got Chevy Wolves, who
already.
appears to have gotten into an incident with Infant Eater.
And
And
it's
El
Capitan.
Capitan as well.
Oh, wow. Alright, so safety car is gonna be out, looks like.
Yeah, unfortunately, the game not giving me the full view of that. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened from that point of view of the camera.
All I saw was Chevy Wolves with one of the tires on top of his car. Very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
we do have a safety car out, and regarding any position changes, Chevy Wolves, in what position did he start in?
Oof. Chevy Wolves started in P5. So that was a big drop at Cap as well.
At P5,
Starting in
so
the top.
yeah, I'm trying to see who else was around him to kind of guess what happened, but I don't see any damage from any of the other drivers, from what I see.
No, well, you see Infant Eater with a penalty, I think for a severe collision. I think that's 10 seconds.
Oh, it is at 10 seconds, yeah.
So, I mean, the game sometimes dishes penalties to the wrong person, so I wouldn't read too much into that. It might not have been Infant Eater's fault.
Yeah, it could have also been like a little love tap from what we saw even last race with the
Yeah.
Scargo. Oh, he is missing his right end plate though. But yeah, I mean, turn one, a very easy place to lock up as well. We did see that with MK7 Hitch, who lost the car on his own and luckily didn't catch anybody with him. But
Yeah. Yeah, and then he went on to do a hero drive, climbing up to P6, I think. It looks like Infant Eater's going to try and serve those 10 penalties under the safety car, which is smart.
that's smart. And
Maybe also change that front
yeah,
wing.
Fate was curious to see if Hafernix had any damage, and from what I can see, no, Hafernix doesn't have any wing damage. Looking at MJW, doesn't have damage either. Yeah, I don't see anybody else with wing damage. We have a couple of drivers who did pit, if I'm not mistaken, right? And looks like only 4 drivers. So yeah, I'm just not exactly sure what happened there with El Capitan and Chevy Wolves, and what we can guess probably also Infant Eater as well. Infant Eater did have to pit though.
Yep. Yeah, so I wonder if that was because of wing damage.
But in terms of position changes, so most position changes, Karndog up 7 positions. We have a couple of movements actually. So Armanson up 6, MJW up 3, and we also have Chernobyl and Honeyburger up 6 positions as well.
Yeah, so those are the big winners of the, I guess was like what, T1 and T2?
Yeah, looks like it. the only racing corners we had.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell now with all the heavy races, Infant Eater having pit as well.
Ah, that's true, yes.
But yeah, definitely looking good for Armanson, because it's not about the tires, right? The tires are going to be brand new. So if you're pitting, it's to get something repaired.
Yeah, and in terms of the strategy calls, since you're speaking about the mediums, we only have a few who actually started on the hards. So 4 drivers, of course, prefer having to switch over due to damage. But we have Honeyton, Chernobyl, Leader Leadbag, and Honeyburger with hard compounds. Curious about the V-Card team since they are quite equal in pace. So definitely have to make sure they avoid a double stack there, or try calculating well on who's gonna pit first.
Yep. Yeah, I guess if you're on hards, you can pit on separate laps. It won't be too bad. The pace difference.
And let's say you said Infant Eater had the 10-second penalty, right? Yeah, he did service.
Yeah.
So everybody's fresh and with the clean sheet.
Whole grid's now compact. Hopefully safety car is in this lap. And hopefully we have a nice clean restart.
We shall see. But I do also want to mention, unfortunately with El Capitan having the terminal damage and having to retire, this gives a little nice battle between the Alpine and Sauber team. So Alpine, as I mentioned earlier, is currently in second, 183 points. Sauber team right behind, 155 points. So yeah, Scargo in a good position to maximize some points for the team. Try finishing ahead of Guardians, and yeah, both of them solo drivers in their teams. So anything could happen for the standings.
Yeah, because the other LP Honeyburger is reserving for DRS, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so this puts Alpine and Kick in equal footing.
Yeah, and
That's
unfortunately, the fact that both Atran and Tefer are here, that's gonna definitely help out the McLaren team to keep their lead on the constructors. But yeah, it's only lap 3. Anything could happen, as I always like to say. So hopefully, no commentators curse.
it looks
But
like
yeah, looks
safety
like
car is in this lap. I always wonder, this is a tricky um, track to restart. Do you restart super late?
you could start like right there, exactly where
Yeah.
Atran actually has just set off, and looks like he has a really good set off there. Looks like all the drivers are just gonna be following behind. See, this is the camera I had, so I couldn't even see what was happening in the back earlier. But it looks like we already have a couple of movements. So Honeyton's actually getting the run on Armanson.
Oof, on the outside there.
Yep, looks like we do have yellow flags in the back. That appears to be between Master Off and Javi Races. Leader Leadbag and Chernobyl Clax doing a little bit of a switch around as teammates. And ooh, Honeyton's going a tad bit too deep there and almost colliding into the wall. Luckily, no damage there, but looks like we do have Guardians getting the move done on Kern Dog.
Yeah, good job for Honeytons keeping it out of the wall.
Yep, we do have DRS enabled on the next upcoming lap. Everybody pretty much staying really close behind. Kaepernick's trying to extend that gap, now over a second ahead of MJW.
Mm-hmm. And Otron as well. Starting to pull away from a Scargo.
Scargo using a little bit of battery there to try staying right behind Avantron.
Yeah. Takes that very nicely, Escargo does.
Looks like we have a couple of money moves happening in the back as well. Kern Dog having a bit of a battle with Leader Leadbag. And looks like Leader Leadbag under pressure by his teammate, who is now going to go for the overtake. And Honeyton's going around on the outside as well. Oh, and Chernobyl Clax going a tad bit wide right there. It looks like Honeyton's as well. Yeah, it's a tricky track. It is definitely a tricky track, especially on those cold tires.
We do see the field starting to spread quite a bit, especially in the top 7, 8 drivers. Scargo still clinging onto the back of Otron.
Yep, he is going to have the DRS on the next upcoming straight, so he has to make sure he stays close behind. But yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, a couple of gaps opening up. MJW now 2 seconds behind of Haferniks. And oh, looks like Escargo might have had, yeah, a little bit of a mishap. So Haferniks getting the overtake done. And I do think Haferniks is going to have the DRS. Actually, no, Escargo is, so he could get that position back.
Haferniks harvesting. And that's going to be good news for Otron. Oh,
Escargo going losing the rear. Oh man, but what a save to avoid the wall there. Unfortunately, that's gonna cost him quite a bit of time. And it looks like he's doing a little bit of a wiggle, hopefully trying to get some heat into the tires.
Yeah, head down, head down. There's plenty of race still to be.
Yep, it's a long race. He is under pressure now by MJW, who has managed to close the gap because of that mistake. And yeah, it looks like looks like due to those mistakes, Atron now trying to extend that gap, so now over 2 seconds ahead of Hafrenix. I don't think we have any movement happening in the back, although Chernobyl closing in, probably the closest closing in onto that Angel. Ooh, I'm going a tad bit wide there on the chicane.
Yeah, that the sphere section is difficult to navigate. Easy to overshoot it. And here we go. Setting up. Nicely Chernobyl done.
Oh, looks like his teammate as well trying to put in some moves. Leader lead back right on the back of Honeytons, but looks like Honeytons does have the DRS. Yeah, looks like everybody's just gonna be tailing right behind of each other. Oof, and that is the Haas of Infinite Eater, who looks like he may have. What a perfect view of that! Oh my god.
Yep.
Looks like he locked up and I just went sideways into the wall. Oh man, that's very unfortunate for his race, considering he is down by 7 positions there.
Yeah, so Atron is gonna be loving this, right? He's opened up a nice gap to whoever's in second, and both El Capitan and Infinite Eater are having a bit of a mare.
Yeah, looks
Infinite
like
Eater
it.
putting on the soft tires now, I guess.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
It's an unfortunate position for Infinite Eater, considering as we mentioned, he is second in the standings. But
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, Atron is probably loving this, and yeah, just as our good old Pauly D likes to say, you know, consistency is key. Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, I'm sad that Pauly is not with us today. I thought he was coming back soon. Well, I assumed it was going to be this race.
Well, maybe it's a good idea to avoid Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is the type of track where Pauly can really shine.
Ah, definitely. I think you're right. But we do have Honeytons, who has just made the move on Kern Dog, so moving up into 7th. I do see yellow flags. That appears to be Honeyburger there in sector 2.
Mm.
And Kern Dog using pretty much all of his battery, trying to stay close to Guardians, it seems.
Let's see if
Actually, sorry, Honeytons.
Manage to get in the DRS by the detection point.
He does now have a leader lead back right behind him. Oh, he just managed to actually get the DRS. Yep. Yeah. Alright, I think I think definitely, especially on this track, you know, it's important to manage your ERS, because you know, sector 2
I was just about to say that.
Not really an area to make moves, so you want to save it up for, you know, especially on that third sector. I think we're on that long straight. We've seen drivers save up to like 90% of their battery. Oh, looks like we do have a movement happening in the front. Hafrenix having gone off on the. It appears that might have lost the car, have gone wide into the runoff, but.
Goes from P2 to P5 like that, and Escargo claims second. The interim second place for now.
Yep, and MJW now moving up to a possible podium.
So yeah, while you have the walls, here in Vegas, it is not too hard to rack up those track warnings. So, you know, here that might be a factor as well. You know, keeping it between the lines and the chicanes and. There's a couple of places where it's very easy to lose concentration and step outside of the lines.
Yeah, I will say.
So far, no penalties.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, unlike the other groups, I mean, Infinite Eater had that 10-second penalty, but that was, you know, of course, that could even be just because of EA. But in terms
Yeah.
of the track limits, yeah, this group doing really well to keep it within the lines.
And here
Watch
we're of
somebody
course
pop up.
tempting fate.
Yep. Oh, it looks like Current Dog slowing down. Looks like Leader Leapback maybe going a little bit too wide, and oof. Current Dog struggling a little bit with those with the car.
Mm. And so I forget. So people on medium tires will probably be pitting somewhere between what, like lap 10 or
I
11,
yeah, I was gonna
9?
say, I think in Division 1 we saw a few drivers last into 11 laps with them.
Yeah, that was me. So I,
Yeah.
I, I lasted till lap
Yeah, there
11.
you go.
But I think there were a couple of drivers who pitted way earlier than that and pulled off a sick undercut. So I'm wondering if anybody's going to try and go early.
Mhm.
Anybody running the mediums.
Yeah, because the hard compounds, if I'm not mistaken, they go until 14 laps, if I'm not mistaken, from what I saw with the other groups.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wonder if Honeytons is in a good position. I'm taking a look at the gap if he's closing in on Hafrenix. Well, looks like Atron has a bit of a flow in his performance today here in Las Vegas, so extending the gap 7 seconds ahead. Yeah, unfortunate for those little mistakes from Escargo and it appears to also be Hafrenix, but yeah, I think all the drivers doing really well to keep the car away from the walls.
Yeah. So far, we only had
Yeah,
that
so far, yeah.
little 10-second cutting, 10-second
Oh,
penalty for corner cutting for Pat Angel.
yeah, it may have been in Sector 2. I think that chicane where you were mentioning where it's a little bit
That's
tricky.
very and you really have to slow down to not get that penalty. You have to bring the car to practically a halt.
Yeah, the game is quite harsh with, especially on that part of the track. 10 seconds?
Yeah,
Jeez.
because it's such a slow sequence of corners that you can gain a ton of time if you just cut it. So I think it's. Our Manson was looking a little bit on the inside of
Yeah,
MJW.
I think he may have braked a little bit too early, but I think that's just being,
Mm-hmm.
cautious, which we respect. You want to make the right move. Uh, it looks like he's doing fine, just remaining behind of MJW, but looks like Hafrenix giving him a little bit of a battle. So Hafrenix going on the
Mm.
inside. Nice
And
side
now
by side.
going into turn 3 side by side, and Hafenix looks like he pulled it off.
And nicely done by Hafrenix. Clean. Both of them giving each other just enough room.
Yeah, those mediums really start to feel horrible at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gap with Honeyton. So Honeyton is 8 up about 2/10 right there, now 3/10 behind of Var Manson, so he's closing in on them. And I think it's because of that, as you mentioned, those mediums not looking too hot.
No.
Oh, it looks like we
And
do
there we
have
go.
our penalties, yeah? Current dog with a 3-second penalty.
It was gonna happen at some point.
Ah, you have little faith in these guys.
Nah, everybody. Oh, our
Our
Manson going a little bit deep.
He missed a little bit of a heart attack there.
Yeah.
And look at this, Honeytons is now less than a second behind of our Manson. He's closed in due to that little mistake.
And he's gonna get the RS here on the straight.
He's used up quite a bit of his battery, but seems like he's going to be saving it up for the next lap. Ooh, a little bit of a lockup right there, but
Keeps it. Do you know how much time? Because I don't. Do you know how much time you gain with DRS versus no DRS on that long straight in the back?
no, I'm not good with math.
It's got to be a chunk of
I'm not
time,
good
though.
with numbers.
Hmm.
I
It's got to
have
be a
no
chunk
idea.
of time.
That's a Game Boy question. A
Yeah,
question as Game
maybe
Boy. Yeah, he would definitely know. Oh, and
maybe
that
fate
is
in the chat.
Hafrenix losing the car and oh, facing the wrong way. He doesn't have the driver's. Oh, this is gonna be a.
Oh, that was.
Oh, Leader Leadback. That's gonna be Leader Leadback's first ever DNF from what I've ever seen. Oh, that is
Oh,
gutting, and that is halfway through the race. Ay, ay, ay. And
so difficult.
and definitely a hard place considering it's a fast corner. It's a blind
It's
spot.
a fast corner. You don't see who's coming. Um, yeah,
Oh man, just
that's unfortunate for Hafrenix and definitely for leader Liebag.
I would love to see that from Levi's point of view. He's, from what I'm already prepared to see his because he loves to go back to his highlights and get those zoom ins and those photos.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And it looks like that's gonna bring out a safety car, and that actually appears to have
Well, I would
helped out
expect so.
the mediums. Yeah. We're gonna. Well, the game is always surprising us. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so all of the medium runners who have not pit, so Kerndog, Guardians, MJW, Escargo, and Autron as well. This is going to be actually perfect for them. I mean, Autron not so much because he was comfortably ahead, and now the field is going to compact a bit, but yeah, Armanson's going to be kicking himself. He just pit onto the hards before the safety car. So he
Oh,
will
you're
have
right.
lost a...
How far is the gap? Oh yeah, oh, looks like he's actually gonna go back. So there's lap 12. We have take a look at how many laps we have left. So I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, 13 laps. Uh, yeah, I mean better for the one switching over to the hard compounds.
I guess he was serving a time penalty, wasn't he, Armanson?
I actually didn't see
He,
that he had a
I feel
10-second
like
penalty.
he was still for a while. Honeyton's now in provisional first place with the used hards.
Yeah, I wonder what his game plan is there.
Looks like pretty much everybody's pit except for Honeyton's.
Yep, looks like. And so Escargo with another chance, right, to try going for that possible win, try getting that overtake on Autron. Uh, redemption after those little hiccups. But yeah, I'm curious to know what Honeytons intends to do.
So it's gonna be one more lap around.
Yeah, Honeytons actually
And he's nope.
nope.
Oh, that juked me out.
A little bit got him.
I was like, oh, he's going in. No, he's not.
Yep. You got both of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I'm really curious to know what his game plan is. 13 lap old hards. He's possibly thinking, hey, there might be another chance for one more safety car, but that's gonna be really hard to defend against those with the fresh tires.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody on hards, right? So those take a second to warm up, especially here in Vegas, but that should be easy pickings for people on the fresh hards. We'll see. Maybe Honeytons is a defensive god, and
Yeah, well, you never know. It's
he
asking
says,
a
"Shut
lot
up,
though
Tony."
on those. Yeah, no.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm thinking, you know what? As someone who has seen every ticket in this league, I always think worst case scenario. So I like the wishful hoping, the wishful thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Alrighty, but yeah, I mean, in terms of position changes, excluding Honeytons who hasn't pit, we have a couple drivers who have really step up their game to far up 10 positions. Your
Yep.
ex-teammate, yeah. We have Guardians
Guardians
and
up
Handhog, yeah,
7,
7.
Chernobyl up 9.
Yeah, really good.
That which is actually like a net 10 probably once Honeyton's pits. So yeah, a lot of big winners. Again, Armanson, heartbreak on the timing of that safety car, because he was all the way up there. I think he was not too far from fighting for a podium, and now he's gonna have a whole lot of work to do, which he's more than capable of doing, right? But
alrighty, so I'm pretty sure the safety car is gonna be coming in on this next upcoming lap.
hope so.
So yeah, Honeyton's currently leading the safety car, 14-lap old hard compounds. Everybody else with the fresh set of tires. Oh, I also noticed Javi races 6-lap old hards as well.
So in tier 1 we didn't really see, right, because there was no broadcast, so I didn't get a chance to look at it. But tier 2 had one safety car.
Tier 2 did have actually a safety car, yeah. So it was on the first lap. Looks like Master Alf still struggling to get back into the session. Yeah,
Just the one, right?
Yeah, just one. Tier 1 actually had no safety car, so which unfortunately we weren't able to stream because Game Boy and I had a guess over. We had to leave also pretty quick. But from what I saw, it looks like it was a really good race from that little like first half of the race I saw. Yeah, no safety car for that group. Tier 2, yeah, the only one with the safety car now. Division 2 as well, with 2 safety cars, man.
Yeah. We've got Fate in the chat saying that Honey should have pitted, which may be the case.
Maybe the case, but we do have safety car in this lap, and as we mentioned before, we do have Honeytons now leading the grid. Currently on 14-lap old hards. Everybody else with those fresh set of tires. A couple of position changes happening there.
Over there.
Looks like a few of them confused by the slowing of speed, but yeah, Honeytons not yet setting off, trying to get some warmth into those tires.
Otron there is like a hawk.
Yeah, he's just waiting to pounce. Yeah.
Like Kimi Raikkonen, just like straight lining it.
Nope. So Honeyton's giving the safety car enough time to get back in. It is in, and off they go. Oof. And loses the car. Oh my god.
Oh, that's loses painful. That's gonna feel bad.
Oh man, that is.
It's so easy on the used hards. He just gave it a bit too much throttle, lost the rear.
Yeah, I think he put old tires and then also trying to warm them up as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that wasn't expected, but oh boy.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. Just a little bit too much throttle.
Yeah, but that clears everybody else from having to overtake a driver with old used tires. And everybody's staying well behind of each other. MJW a tad wide. They're going off track, but looks like he's gonna stay ahead of Chernobyl Clax. Escargo doing really well to extend the gap because of that.
Man,
the way his car just swung. Oh man.
It's so tough. It's so tough on the used tires. Cold, used hards. Forget about it. You're gonna have no traction.
So I say I always imagine worst case scenario. That was a worst case scenario. Oh my god. Luckily that brought no safety car. But going back into the race, Chernobyl Clock's putting in a little bit of pressure on MJW.
MJW taking a defensive line into turn 12. Keeps the place.
Ooh.
Oh, Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. Oh my god. A little bit of a kiss to the wall. I mean, you want to avoid having those tires touch the wall. We've seen it quite a few times where they just pop right on off.
MJW recharging, and Chernobyl diving into T1.
Yeah, nice move by Chernobyl there.
Yeah, if he can take these mediums all the way, which is not going to be easy, I don't think.
Yeah, has to be a bit of a tire whisper towards the end, but we do have Kern Dog trying to get, or it looks like has gotten the overtake done on MJW. MJW losing 2 positions now, but I think he might be also a little bit relaxed considering Kern Dog does have that 3-second penalty. But he is now under pressure by Tafur, who is on those mediums.
Yeah, Tarfer has been putting some really strong drives recently. Definitely has like stepped up his.
He has.
His racing.
He's been with us for, including this one, I think this is his 4th season with us. He's been here for quite a long time, and he's one of those drivers where, yeah, as you say, like, you can see improvement.
Yeah, he has literally improved from race 1 every race, right? So he started in P18, 17, 14, 12, 10, and in Monza last week finished in P8. And this would be an improvement on that even. So, and actually, you know, very impressive.
The driver who's spun off, actually, yeah, looks like he's gone off there. And I also saw up ahead, Chernobyl Clocks actually lost the place from Kern Dog, and does have MJW and Tafur closing in right behind. So yeah, Chernobyl in a position for a possible podium, has to make sure he keeps those tires alive until the end. Does have, looks like he backed off there from Kern Dog. Yeah, and I think Escargo in a really good position as well. Just has to make sure he keeps it consistent towards the all the way to the end.
Yeah, he's lost touch on Ultron a little bit. Who seems to be very comfortable here in this track. Not that I'm trying to jinx him.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about Escargo, but I don't want to jinx him either, so I'm just wishing all the best.
Yeah.
We already know how commentators' curse works with this. Well, let's see. In terms of any gap closing, looks like MJW might be the closest, right behind of Chernobyl. Though I think Chernobyl's gonna have the DRS from Kern Dog, so enough to defend the position. Looks like that, but Infinite Eater up in the back gets the move done on Fat Angel.
Goes a bit wide. Yeah, we'd have like a little mini DRS train from Kern Dog all the way down to Armanson.
Yeah, we do, yeah. And I think with all this battling
Fat
between...
Angel.
Yeah.
Fat Angel closing in on Infinite Eater.
Oh yeah, you're right, yeah.
Sniffing his exhaust pipe.
Looks like not close enough to make a move yet. And oh, I do see we have yellow flags
in.
Is that Armanson? Yeah, looks like that's Armanson who went off and has lost quite a few positions there now. It looks like Infinite Eater and Honeyburger as well. So yeah, looks like a few minor incidences. Looks like a couple of the drivers giving back those positions.
Yeah. And Chernobyl's held, you know, to the back of Kern Dog, now away from the drivers behind.
Oh, actually, it looks like he's pushed away. I'm not exactly sure if MJW had a mistake, but almost 5 seconds ahead of MJW now.
I think they all got caught up with somebody, you know, sliding around. Everybody's bound to slow down a little bit when you have ghosting disabled. You're a bit on edge whenever you see somebody lose it ahead of you.
But I will say Chernobyl Clocks, a possible podium, possibly his first podium.
Would it be his first podium?
To avoid a jinx. Chernobyl, I hope you don't get the podium. Yeah, Chernobyl's been with us since season one. He is an amazing driver. I've raced him with him for years. We've known each other for a while, and yeah, he's in this league, specifically with the
let's
Gnosis
let's get
division.
this
Yeah.
camera off him immediately. And
Exactly.
Honeyburger is very close to Infinite Eater on the first DRS zone.
Yeah, I will say they've been really smart in terms of this corner there on turn 5. They know when to back out. I don't think I've seen anybody try sending it from far, but as we mentioned, Gnosis, everybody knows their limitations. It's not an easy place to catch the braking zone there.
Yeah, the risk-reward ratio's off, right? Like, because you've got the very long DRS zone in the back straight coming up, and so if you're close, you might as well just wait, because it's a huge risk to try and pass, like in Sector 2 or just before Sector 2.
Yep, and we have Chernobyl Clocks now attempting a move on Current Dog. Looks like he's gonna break earlier, so Current Dog is gonna go remaining ahead. I think Chernobyl just has to make sure he doesn't, overcook those tires. Try staying close to that penalty of Current Dog. Atron has now picked up the fastest lap, so 134.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not get a penalty of his own.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be critical.
Yeah, because Escargo remaining 3 seconds behind Escargo, and Chernobyl remaining still within that. So yeah, just both of them having to make sure they don't get penalties.
Yeah, we've got just 4 laps left, or 5 including this one.
But in terms, since we have a couple of laps remaining and very few gaps there, who would you think of driver of the day nominees?
Let's see. So Current Dog, I think, has put a really, really good race, and I hate to say it, but I think that those hards are going to kick in, and he's going to pull away from Chernobyl on the used mediums in these last 5 laps. So, the third place of the podium is between Current Dog and Chernobyl. I think if Current Dog gets it, he definitely would be on my list of driver of the day. I'm not quite sure what position he started. But
he's
up 11 places. Yeah.
Both him and Chernobyl up 11 positions.
Yeah. So I would say whoever gets P3 is probably my #1 candidate for driver of the day. I mean, Altron was out of this world. Escargo, super strong today. But making up 11 places, that's really impressive.
Yeah, and actually we had 3 drivers to fur as well up 11 positions. So everybody coming in really strong into this race after first race of the year after the break. Yeah, I think everybody came in with extra practice already set. But looks like we don't have. Yeah, looks like Current Dog is pulling away a little bit from Chernobyl.
Yeah, those mediums are gonna
batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, either way, if it's Current Dog or Chernobyl, it'll be their first podium here in this Gnosis division. I think that is Current Dog, who goes wide and off the runoff. Ay. Chernobyl's probably smiling at the moment. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Oh, Current Dog. Oh, that is
that's unfortunate.
Losing the car. Oh, man.
I am so sorry, man.
This division is just full of heartbreaks. I will say that. Yeah. Oh my god.
So I don't think we're gonna get. Do we get a
safety car? That's a
safety
car. Yeah, that's a safety car.
Oh no.
So,
safety car with 3 laps left.
Wow, another chance for the drivers to go and attack. Wow.
So this is gonna be interesting for Escargo, because he'll be able to send it, on soft tires. It's gonna be right behind Atron. It's gonna be 2 laps left.
Looks like Atron has actually opted for the mediums.
Oh, interesting.
And looks like Tafur
Tafur
looks
not
like going.
pitting.
I think he might have been trying to avoid a double stack, probably. Although he was quite far, but they're also probably thinking nothing to lose. Tries pitting late and having a much fresher
No,
tire.
with Ortron ahead, I don't think they would have even been in the pit at the same time.
Yeah, I think Atron was quite far, but or also you never know. Tafur could be playing the team game, try defending.
Try to hold
Escargo back.
The ultimate teammate sacrifice.
The Checo move.
Yeah.
Of course, just has to make sure he does it cleanly. Doesn't want to pull a Tsunoda. So.
Yeah.
And so we have a couple of drivers who have actually stayed out.
Yeah, Armanson trying to brave it out on 10-lap old hards. But safety car's got to be in this lap, right? Because an MJW has left the session.
Let me see if I could get him back in. That's even worse. Next to seeing a retirement on track, seeing someone disconnect in the final laps.
Yeah. So Kerndog will get the points for P13 though. Safety car in this lap. Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's safety car. Yeah. Usually when it's the final laps, it doesn't really go for the full 3, safety car laps. But
yeah, you never know with EA though, so
that's true.
I'm glad.
But yeah, Atron is now currently leading. Tafur, his teammate, right behind him, most likely trying to defend and help out his teammate.
Yeah, Tafur can't leave too much of a gap.
Oh, and no, you're not supposed to. Yeah, Escargo making a mistake right there. You're not. I think he's gonna have to give that position back to Tafur.
And Armanson capitalizing somehow.
That was I think Escargo trying to get the jump early and getting past Tafur there. He's not a lapped car, so he's in all his right to tail right behind, but that does cost Escargo a little bit of time there, but head down, there's just a couple laps left. I do think MJW hasn't returned back to his car, so he is losing a couple positions there. But yeah, we are
heartbreak both for Chernobyl and Kerndog.
Yeah,
well, Chernobyl gonna try and make up with the softs.
Yeah, he's in a much better tire compound than Tafur, so he can definitely get the overtake done here. Tafur going a tad bit deep into the wall, minor tap. I don't think he picked up any damage there, and so Chernobyl up into 4th.
Tafur's gonna get the DRS here, and he seems to have.
It looks like also on the front, Escargo getting the overtake done on Armanson as well. So. Yeah, multiple positions happening, position changes happening, and Tafur going a tad bit deep once again. Chernobyl having to depend on those brakes, and it looks like we have a couple of drivers attacking. So Tafur really putting in a defense.
Yeah.
Really close to Chernobyl Klotz right there.
Tafur seems to have a rocket ship. It's oh god, Armanson shooting past, going deep. This is cars absolutely everywhere.
That's Fat Angel actually. Yeah, I think Tafur really trying to defend with those tires. Held off and actually held his own pretty well, but looks like he's gonna lose those positions quite easily. And Javi Race is now picking up the fastest lap. But we are currently on the final lap, and Atron currently leading Escargo about 1.6 behind of Atron. I will say it has been quite an interesting race. I have really enjoyed this one. Just Escargo giving me a little bit of a heart attack.
Yeah,
you saw that, right?
Tokyo Drift there.
But I think we might have a couple of last-minute position changes. a
Yeah.
couple drivers, within the DRS of the driver ahead. I think Pat Angel might get the run on Chernobyl Clock. Chernobyl trying to defend the inside. Pat Angel draining all of his battery. And
Is Chernobyl gonna hold the inside or get the better exit now? As Artron crosses the finish line in
yep, I
first
think
place,
Guardian's gonna try
Escargo in
getting to
P2.
Fur on the line. Well, a little bit of bumper cards.
Oh,
Oof. That's a little bit of tapping there, but yeah, looks like MJW is gonna get. Actually, I don't even know if MJW was back on his car, but yeah, a little bit of contact between Tafur and Guardians. Not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure about that, but we'll take a look at that afterwards if it is reported. But yeah, Atron for the win.
yeah.
Really, really good race by him. But yeah, I think honestly a really, really good race. Unfortunate for Kern Dog and Chernobyl. I think maybe I did jinx them.
Yeah. Neither of them got the podium in the end,
Neither of them got
unfortunately.
the podium. Oh man, but honestly, a really, really good race. Would you like to go over the final grid?
Yeah, so our winner today is Autron, and Escargo R. Manson complete the podium, with Fat Angel and Infant Eater completing the top five, followed by Chernobyl Clocks and MJW, Tarfor in P8, Guardians in P9, and Honeyburger the top 10. Heavy Races in 11th, Master Off, and then we have Kern Dog who DNF'd, Honey Tons, Hafernix, Leader Bag, El Capitan, and Chevy Wolves not seeing the checkered flag.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. But Ultron picking up an extra two penalties, an extra 2 points with the fastest lap, 134.3, and that actually extends his gap in the championship. So well done by him. Infant Eater in second in the standings, currently in fifth for this round. Yeah, really, really good points for all the drivers. Honestly, it was
Yeah,
a really dramatic
eventful
race.
race.
Yes,
Eventful race. Uh, we'll
quite.
see. We'll see how busy the stewards' room gets
I don't think it'll be
afterwards.
that busy. I
Hopefully,
could see a
hopefully not
few.
too bad.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
a few already incidences, but I think overall it was actually a really, really enjoyable race. Uh,
yeah,
a couple of surprises like Honey Tons weaving into the wall by accident, but that's Jesus.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, and I forgot to ask you, what would be your final thoughts on the driver of the day now, since it's moved around quite a bit?
I would still take Chernobyl, I think.
Yeah, I think this is actually his best result in this
Yeah, so
race. Yeah.
P4 strong, especially with that like last safety car restart. That went a bit. But then we have R. Manson finishing in the podium at the end. He had an up and down race, so he had to fight back several times. Was unlucky with the timing of the first safety car or the second safety car just after he pit. So he really had to claw back several times and finished in the podium. So well done to him.
Hmm.
And really well done to everybody. This is such a difficult track to do without assist, without the line. It's it's no minor feat to just get to the checkered flag. So
Yeah,
well done,
no, big.
everybody.
Yeah, no, big respects. I have a lot of respect for these Gnosis drivers. So yeah, honestly, a really good job. We'll be back next week in Spain, which is
Mm.
honestly one of my favorites. So I'm actually looking forward to that and doing the rain dance. Hopefully, some rain. But
Yeah, Spain, spin, pain.
yeah,
It's
without the
yeah,
P, without the S. But yeah, honestly, really good race by all these guys. Big congratulations to our podium runners. Looking forward to seeing the next race. We do have that is going to be the end of this round 7. So we're starting round 8 on Saturday with our tier 1 group. So stay tuned with that. Um, and yeah, thanks to all our viewers. I do want to give a little shout out to our followers or our subscribers on YouTube. We are 8 subscribes from 300, so make sure you subscribe. Uh, yeah, we always appreciate all the feedback and the support. So, Mini Tony, also, thank you very much for joining on the comms box. Hopefully, we have you again soon.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Rodri.
Anytime, always glad to have you here. But everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next race.